Yesterday, our CEO came on. He looked very shattered, to be honest, didn't he? He really was very tired. Why? Because he's literally been going to hell and back on a daily basis. And this is because of really what has been going on as far as the payment processors have been. He's been battling against them. He brought us right up to date, and he said the good news is that yes, he's been battling with what's been going on behind the scenes, but you guys don't have to. And we actually said this, didn't we, in our lives over the last couple of days, that Ash is one of these people who doesn't like to involve us. He doesn't feel and think that we need to be involved with his plight and battles that he has to go through on a daily basis. He just wants our support, and that was evident yesterday, wasn't it, that he looked pretty battered and bruised, to be honest, didn't he? And fair play to the guy, sticking to what he wants to try and achieve. And again, he gave some really good explanations of this, and it's because they are adamant about how they do business. At the end of the day, is remember, we are as a company completely different from the norms of other businesses that are out there. Why? Because we do not put profit before the value of what we are doing. We are focused on whether there is a need out there for our products and services primarily, but also to give the best possible value to the consumer who is interested in our products. They go hand in hand with profit at the end of the day, but if you have that thought process initially of providing something of value with all the high-tech MML, machine learning, parts to it, and the AI as well, then you are going to get the profitable side of it, because when people are then given the choice between one and another, they are naturally going to get drawn to yours. And we're going to go into a little bit more detail about what other bits and pieces are coming as well. And he was saying that because they are adamant about how we do business, and they want to do it in a certain way, and that is not the normal way, there is a lot of conflict with other business or with other third parties because of this. So they are working hard, in fact, triple D'ing, he said. And we are stubborn in doing it our way, and we must win some battles. And actually, because we have to win battles, these take time. It's not something that happens just overnight. Ron Hulbert, thank you so much, my friend, for your super sticker. Glad you got the link, and glad you're here, my friend. Very, very kind of you. What else then? So he said, I've heard from he's heard that there's been a few guesses and assumptions of what you have seen over the last 3 weeks as far as events that have gone on and things that have happened. He said some are a little bit right, he said, but a lot aren't right. So I suggest you leave it to corporate to bring you completely up to date. We've been saying this, haven't we? We've been saying it for quite a long time now, that we can only give you a bit of an overview of what we feel has happened. At the end of the day, it really is up to corporate to bring us up to date with exactly what happened and why it is such a big deal from the company of Onpassive. When you are dealing with third parties, as much as you feel that you have given them enough warning, had enough meetings, explained to them what is happening and all the rest of it, it's all talk until it actually happens. And I was so glad that he touched on this subject, because it really is the case that the third parties are the people who are causing this massive log pile dam at the moment as far as Onpassive is concerned. and he didn't really need to go into the amount of detail that he did about it all, but I will go over what he said for your information, and that was the US, the companies that we are using are US companies, but they have regional offices around the world. And this is the second one US company that we have used. There was one, if you remember, right at the beginning, and then we changed from that one to the second one. And the first one, he said, have actually still got all of that money that was processed through this third party. And he said the money's been hijacked, and they were talking about big numbers of money here. Didn't go into what it was, but you only have to start thinking about it and doing your own maths to work out what kind of numbers that they are holding within their funds. For what reason? Obviously the company know this, and they are working to do it. He said, and the second one that they used, the second third party clearer as far as the payment processor was concerned, and they'd given them a short timeline to rectify exactly what has gone on with the first one, and they are not cashing out the funds in a timely manner either. They haven't received any funds from the first ones or even the second ones. Now they have been talking the talk, but actually they haven't been doing what they said been talking. So it's another glitch, and it's not a great responding one for you guys, is it? Because they have all the money. Then Onpassive aren't at the moment in a place of being able to out, because these two companies hold all their funds that have been paid in. So we have been given the second company a few days to rectify what they haven't done so far, and we are soon going to be pushing for an ultimate step as to what is happening, which I mentioned in the past. This is also pushing the company to move towards another scenario, which is something that they wanted to do anyway, but from the sounds of what Ash Mufareh was talking about yesterday, this has only accelerated that part of what they are looking to achieve. So when it all does clear, when this big log jam and back pile comes into the ecosystem, and the funds, bulk payments in and out will be happening very, very soon. So he asks, it will be happening, but at this time, obviously, it's what the delay is, and we completely understand as far as us as founders are concerned and affiliates, exactly why that has been going on. They're not happy about this delay at all, by the way. It is a hindrance to the process of our business. Why? Because without having the payment processors there, it's putting a stop on releasing other pay products, because quite frankly, there's no point in releasing another pay product when you can't pay for it using the various card payments that are there within Onpassive. So that's all on hold, and they are working around the clock in all regions, and our teams are fighting the battle to get this rectified. No one has seen these numbers, and that is what we are seeing at the moment. We thought this would be the case, but it's almost like people are flocking to us at the moment, he was saying. Some not in a good way, because they want a piece of the Onpassive cake, which boils down to greed, really, at the end of the day. When people start seeing pound signs or dollar signs, they want their part, and many are trying to do it completely unethically by buying their way in, or even worse than that, bribing, etc., threatening. All of these types of things are going on daily behind the scenes as far as Onpassive is concerned. He said greed is a ugly thing, very much like a nightmare we are going through, but every company would actually love to be in this problem. If you think of companies that have launched and they've said steadily progressed through, none of them have ever been in a position where they are almost fighting people off from wanting to be part of the Onpassive company. So it's good in a way, but also a massive headache for the company at the moment because of the unethical way that people are doing it and corrupt way of many of them thinking that because they have the money that they can just buy their way in. But it certainly is going to get better, that's for sure. So he said, unfortunately, the market is very corrupt, and I knew it was going to be bad, but not like this, he said. But it's why everyone wants to come to us, because we are good and ethical. He said in about 2 weeks, we will have some more progress for you to see. Some of the top officials in the country are going to be invited to the official launch of OConnect. Why is this happening like this? Because he felt that we've kind of missed the first month of the launch of OConnect within the company because of all these problems. So we are doing a relaunch kind of thing as far as OConnect is concerned, and there is going to be many dignitaries from many countries who will be coming to that. Obviously, stay tuned to your back offices for all of this information that will be coming through. MLM, MLM, MLM,